This is my brand new DJI Avata 2. There's only one major problem. I've never flown an FPV drone before. But I'm gonna change that because over the next 30 days, I'm going to be spending every waking second in the FPV simulator to get me ready to fly this thing. Okay, I really only have like an hour a day to spend on this, but same thing, right? Learning to fly an FPV drone has been something that I've been wanting to do for a long time now. But due to the time required to get good enough to fly in fully manual or acro mode, I put it off until now. So what makes an FPV drone so difficult to fly? An FPV drone in fully manual mode works quite a bit different than a normal cinematic drone. On a normal DJI drone like a Mini 5 Pro, it hovers in place if you let go of the sticks, and to move it, it's pretty simple. You move the right stick up to move it forward, left to move it left, and so on. Not the case when you're flying in fully manual mode. You're constantly making micro adjustments to keep the drone in the air and to prevent it from crashing. This is a DJI FPV controller. You'll notice the left stick looks a bit different than the normal controller for the Mini 5 Pro. It doesn't go back to the center when you move it, and you have to set it up this way to fly in fully manual mode by tightening these little screws at the back of the controller. See, the way that an FPV drone works is that the sticks control the drone along the three axes of 3D space. The left stick, when you move it up and down, controls the thrust of the drone, or how fast the propellers spin. So you want the stick to start at 0, and then you manually increase it to what you want it to do, not just sit in the halfway point like a normal controller. When you turn the left stick left and right, it controls the yaw of the drone, basically turning it along this axis. The right stick controls the pitch and the roll of the drone, which controls it along the other two axes, which means that an FPV drone is not always flying level like a normal drone. It can flip and roll and do all sorts of crazy maneuvers. All of the insane drone videos that you've seen online, those are FPV pilots flying in fully manual mode. If all of this sounds complicated, it's because it kind of is, at least compared to a normal cinematic drone. So how do you learn to fly an FPV drone without completely trashing your drone? Well, good news is that there's lots of cheap simulators out there. So really all you have to do is buy an FPV controller, plug it into your computer, and start flying. Or shall I say start crashing, because you crash a lot, at least in the beginning. The first 2 hours in the simulator were complete chaos. I could barely keep the thing in the air. I was crashing all over the place. It took me about 5 to 6 hours in the simulator to get proficient enough to fly through gates, fly through cones semi-consistently. I still crashed, but I was getting somewhat confident with flying. I was curious what the general consensus was for how long you should spend in a simulator before attempting to fly manual for real, so I asked Gemini. And I was happy to read that it's really more about feeling comfortable making turns and staying calm in the air than a number. So I'm about 9 hours into the simulator, give or take, and it's hard. It's a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. The first 2-3 hours of it were complete. I couldn't even keep the quad up in the air. I had no idea where I was. It was crazy. I'm getting to the point now where I can make turns, I can stay on the track, I could do gates. I think I'm getting okay. I could probably fly a drone outside and keep it in the air in an open field or somewhere not too tight. It's definitely harder than I thought it was going to be. It's a lot of fun though. And as soon as I was able to actually start going around a track and doing gates and trying to actually increase my speed, it started to get a lot more fun. I was actually feeling pretty good about attempting to fly in real life. But before we do that, the setup. I'm using the DJI Avata 2, the FPV3 controller, and the DJI N3 goggles. I'm using the N3 goggles rather than the Goggles 3 because I already had them. They came with my Avata 360 drone, so I didn't have to go out and buy a new pair of goggles. I also obviously bought DJI Care Refresh, so I have insurance as well. All right, so we're gonna fly this thing for the first time. Probably not in manual mode, probably using normal mode or something like that, just to kind of get a feel of what this is like. But let's give it a go. So this is just normal mode. It feels just like a normal DJI drone. All right, let's flick it into sport mode. so we're switching into manual mode. First flight down, it wasn't full manual mode. It was like, it was manual mode, but with the restriction on it. So I wasn't like able to do flips and stuff because I wanted to get a feel for how the drone felt in the real world. I didn't set any of my rates to match the simulator, so it felt a little differently. I'll have to switch those rates, but overall, like it wasn't that bad. I'll probably burn through another few batteries just doing it in that mode before I like turn off all the safety features and just go full manual. But I think for a first flight, not bad. All right, we're back out again today to fly it again. I have a couple more batteries to go through. I might decide to go full manual on this flight. I found this like really open field, which I think would be perfect to practice on. So I'm just gonna set up here and burn through a couple batteries and hopefully get to fly in full manual mode. All right, I think we're just gonna go full manual mode because it's actually not that hard to fly in like that safety mode. So we're gonna give it a shot. All right, so that was the first time flying this thing in full manual mode in this big open field. And honestly, it didn't seem that hard. I only had the camera angle at like 15 degrees. So I wasn't really going that fast. I think I could have gone a lot faster. But I mean, all in all, good experience, no crashes. I honestly think I can push it even further. One thing that I was nervous about when I was flying it out in the real world versus flying it in the simulator was the loss of connection. Now, I know DJI is pretty well known for having pretty good transmission, but I did run into a pretty sticky situation and I nearly lost my drone. See, I was flying it in a big open area, nothing blocking the transmission at all. In the distance, there were a bunch of trees and there was a mountain. And so I thought, let's fly it up the tree line and let's dive down into the trees and let's see what we can do. And it didn't take long after I dove down where this happened. I totally thought that I was going to have to go on a drone rescue mission to try and find my drone, but luckily before that could happen, the safety feature kicked in where the drone immediately hovered in place and then started to return to home. It definitely had my heart pumping. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that I just lost the drone already. So it's something to keep in mind that you shouldn't completely go behind a bunch of trees. It's a pretty dumb decision, in my opinion, on my part to do that, but you live and you learn, and I got lucky this time. To be honest, I'm pretty pumped about the progress that I've made so far. I'm definitely not a pro pilot by any means, but I feel pretty good about the amount of progress that I've been able to make in such a short amount of time. I definitely thought that it was going to take me 20, 30 hours before I even considered flying the thing in real life. So if you're considering learning to fly an FPV drone, do it 100%. Really not as hard as it seems, and definitely not as hard as I thought it was once you put in a couple of hours in the simulator.